Hey, Russell Hotel's going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. You guys miss me? I've been gone for 2 days, right? And well, just say I hadn't posted or done a daily check-in for 2 days. Man, I've been busy dealing with some stuff with some not stuff, but I mean just routine stuff for the most part. But it just took, it sometimes some of these things take more time than normal, right? So I had to concentrate on those things and I couldn't time myself away or get myself away to do the daily check-ins. But hey, I'm back, right? So as long as I do it when I can, right? That's important, right? Is it okay? But yeah, but it was all good. It was all work related or business related, right? So we want to make sure that taking care of clients like I'm supposed to be and following up with hotels and things like that. And sometimes it does take a little longer for certain groups or certain things, especially if you're when we're under the gun. A client may be under the gun to get some things taken care of, and which means I'm under the gun as well, right? So, hey, that's just how it rolls sometimes, but that's all right. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Let me just make sure that I am live on the platforms I'm supposed to be live on. I'm Russell of Hotels. I do a daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the most part. Then I do a daily, then I do on air with Russell of Hotels. That live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about? I do that on Tuesday. So did you check it out on last Tuesday? I haven't done a live since Tuesday. So was it Tuesday? Yeah, I missed Wednesday and Thursday. That's right. So what were the topics? I had a couple of topics that if you haven't checked out, you need to check out. But first, let me make sure these comments are open. Feel free to make your comments. It's all about the engagement with me. Okay, so you can't have Russell of Hotels without engagement. So feel free to engage away. One of the last couple of topics I talked about, your hotel sales contact leaves for another hotel. Now what? What happens when your hotel contact leaves, right? You've been working with the same person forever, and all of a sudden he or she ups and leaves. Oh my God, what do we do now? Well, anyway, just go to my website, russellofhotels.com, and find out because I got about 5-6 things on there. So check those out. And then another thing I talked about last week was why should you host a roundtable discussion with your top hotel guests or clients, right? So those are things that are on my blog. So go to my website, russellofhotels.com, check out the blog, and those are a couple of things that are on there. And then I have a topic coming up today, which won't take that long, so don't worry about it. But that will be on the blog as well, right? As soon as I'm done, it'll be on the blog. So just make sure that we are, make sure we're up to date on things. At least I'm trying to make sure you're up to date on things. So, and speaking of the blog. So yeah, so just once again, go to the blog section of russellofhotels.com and you will see all the information I was talking about. And the hotel today that I'm showcasing is none other than the Courtyard by Marriott at Atlanta Airport West, which is in the East Point area of near the airport, of course. East Point is near Atlanta Airport. But this is the Courtyard Atlanta Airport West. I know that's kind of confusing, right? It's the East Point area, but this is West. Anyway, whatever. Don't worry about it. But it's a Courtyard Marriott, so check it out. Very nice hotel. About to undergo a renovation. I want to say first quarter of next year. It's actually in great condition now, but they are going to undergo a renovation. How do I know that? Because I was there not too long ago, and the general manager let me know. See, that's how Russell of Hotels operates, right? So that's how I get down, where I'm actually there speaking to the director of sales and marketing, speaking to the general manager, speaking to the people at the front desk, talking to housekeepers in the hallway. That's how I find out things. That's how I'm Russell of Hotels, right? Because I want to engage with people, just like I want you to engage with me on this show. I engage with the people when I'm there. No matter who it is, I'm engaging. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Should it matter? I don't think so. But anyways, and these daily check-ins don't have to be that long, right? I just sometimes choose to make them longer than they probably need to be, but that's okay. So what is the topic for today? Clients' frustration and how to handle it. Every now and then we come across, situations that, they can be frustrating for our clients, right? And when I'm speaking clients, my clients, I'm a hotel site selection person, right? So I assist companies and organizations as well as individuals with finding that right hotel for their meeting, for their convention, for their conference, for their retreat, whatever you want to call it, conference, convention, whatever. I'm there to assist them with that, right? From contract negotiation. So, well, first from RFP to proposal to contract negotiation, all that kind of stuff, right? So sometimes clients get frustrated with what's going on, or maybe it's not going as fast as they want or as fast as they need. I mean, all these kind of things. So, what is the reason for some of the frustrations, and what can we do to handle it, or what can I do to handle that frustration that sometimes clients have? And I mean, it happens, right? I mean, it happens where clients get frustrated. Sometimes I get frustrated as well, but I can't do one on the client being frustrated, or the client frustrated with me. You know what I mean? So I can only speak it from the client. Yeah, but yeah, like, well, yeah, I guess the client can't get frustrated with me or frustrated with the situation, what's going on. So sometimes you have to. There's five different things. There's five things that I have. Yeah, five things that I'm going to discuss. And once I start discussing them, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So client frustrations and how to handle them. Now, this I'm speaking from the perspective of I'm a hotel site selection person, right? Now, some of these same things can apply to different people, different industries. Within whatever you do, you can still apply some of these things, right? Because we all get frustrated with stuff. So, number one, lack of transparency. Clients feel left in the dark about selection process, fees, and decision making, leading to mistrust. Yeah, you got to make sure, you got to be transparent. You have to let people know what is going on, give them an idea what the steps will be. And if that means you need to copy them on every email that you're doing, then that's what you need to do. Because you need to know exactly what's going on and how they need to know what's going on and how the hotel's responding to you, or to, like if I send an email and I copy my client, more than likely they're going to copy both of us on their return or their reply, right? Then that way you can see exactly what my question was that I asked and how they answered that question. And they know exactly what the heck is going on there, and why is it maybe the process is slower than what they're anticipating or what they anticipated. So anyways, yeah, clients feel left in the dark about the selection process, fees, and decision making, leading to mistrust. So what would be a solution for that, Russell? Be completely transparent from the start. Provide clients with a clear outline of the process, including how you select hotels, what the fees are that could be involved, and what they can expect at each stage. Regular updates, detailed communication help build trust and ensure clients feel informed and confident throughout the process. So yeah, so let them know exactly from day one, what are you going to do? Well, I'm going to create this. Give me all the information that you can about this program. I'm going to create an RFP and send it. And how are you going to send it? I'm going to use this platform that I use, that I'm able to do one RFP and send it to multiple hotel partners and my CVB partner as well. Why do you copy the CVB on here? Why do you want to let them know? Because there's different things. Well, they need to know things that are going on in their destination as well, right? What hotels you're including in your search. There could be some things going on with hotels that we don't know about. There could be some things that some CVBs are offering that we may not know unless we copy them on, like maybe things that can offset charges and things like that we don't know, right? So if we don't copy them on it, then we'll never know. So it's always important to copy your CVB partner along with the hotel partners as well. And you can do it at the same time with the certain platforms that we use. We do it at the same time. So it's not like I got to do a separate thing for my CVB partners and a separate thing for the hotel partners. No, it's within the same platform. Click, 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 click. Boom, done. Point and click. That's it. That's all we got to do. Okay. Limited options presented. Clients are frustrated when the site selector presents only a narrow range of hotel options, possibly overlooking better fits for their needs. I got no, what they say, I don't have a horse in a race, a dog in the show, whatever. I ain't got no horse in the race. Basically, it's all about the client. Whatever the client, I mean, the client's going to tell you exactly what they used before, what hotels, what types of hotels have they used before. You want to make sure you're using those same, or at least sourcing those same types of hotels. So if they're a high end company where they only use high end four diamond hotels, Ritz Carltons, Hyatts, things like that, St. Regis, and then that's what you want to. Those are the hotels you want to source. But just keep in mind, you need to let them know that there's only a certain amount in these destinations. So if one is sold out, then that means it defaults to the other ones, right? So maybe your preferred choice of hotels you may not get, but just so you know, there's not that many of these types of hotels in this area. And if it comes to a point where all these are sold out, what's the other option? Do you have alternate dates? Always try to get at least a pair of dates, not just one. But there's some situations where your client can't handle it. I mean, they can't get around that. They're basically going to give you one set of dates because they've been given one set of dates, and that's it, right? So you do the best you can, but let the client know that, hey, with one set of dates, this is a situation that could happen. So always give them, not saying the bad part of it, but you're being transparent with them. Like, this is what has happened before. What happens if this? Then what? You know what I mean? If we don't have availability at these particular hotels, what would you like to see? What would you like me to do from there? Which other hotels would you like me to source? If these 5 higher end hotels are not available, what would be my recourse? What's my option? What are your options? So you have to, you just have to ask those questions. If you don't ask the questions, you're never gonna know, and you can't be afraid to ask the questions. So if you're afraid, you're in the wrong business. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Offer a diverse range of options that cater to the client's specific requirements, whether it's location, budget, or amenities. Explain why each option was chosen, and be open to exploring additional venues if the initial options don't meet the client's expectations. So yeah, so just make sure you know ahead of time what they're looking for, and you'll know that from past history. You have to know what your client's past history is before you start booking things for the future. Like, where have you been before? Or we've only been to the Ritz. Okay, Ritz in all these different cities. Okay, well, now you know they're higher end company. So okay, Ritz and above, or something equal to a Ritz. But I have other clients that clients wide range. I mean, I have sports groups that and these are teenage kids, so they don't care where they stay, right? But so you can be middle of the road with them, right? So I do, like I said, some youth sports groups, but the coaches may want different things as well, right? But the important thing for them is that they're booked in something that comes with breakfast. So I have to make sure it's like Embassy Suites, Courtyard, or Hampton Inn, Homewood Suites, Residence Inn. See, they're okay with that, right? So as long as the rate's good, it includes the breakfast, because the breakfast is a big thing for them, because they don't want to feed them breakfast. Okay, they can get it at the hotel, right? So when I stop at a restaurant, I mean, I hear it all, right? So you just want to make sure you're matching the group with the right hotel. So there you go. What's the next one? What's the next one? Poor communication. Number 3, delayed responses or unclear communication can lead to frustration and anxiety, especially as the dates approach. Yeah, of course. Say things haven't been done the way they're supposed to be, or maybe the contract hasn't been sent yet, and the program is like next week. Well, then you got to put a little pressure on your hotel partner to say, hey, I need that at this time, by the end of the day, today. Things like that. I mean, that's where you come in, because that's why they hired you, right? They hired you to do all that stuff. So the client shouldn't have to, the client should just wait for the contract to come in. And if they have questions about the contract, then we go from there. But getting the contract, RFP to contract, that's all on me. That's all on the hotel site selection person, right? So there you go. Solution: establish a clear communication plan from the outset, including preferred communication methods and response times. Regular check-ins, prompt replies, and clear, concise information will keep clients informed and reassure that everything is on track. Yeah, let them know, like, hey, the hotel's telling me this. They should have a contract by end of the day today. They let them know that, right? And then, everything's the rooms are available, all that, whatever you need to let them know. Let them know. What are the prices? Make sure you know any hidden fees or anything like that. So sometimes, you tell them this and they don't think about taxes and the amenity fees and all that kind of stuff, or resort fees and all that. You have to make sure you tell them ahead of time that's what's going to happen. You're going to have these resort fees. You're going to have all these amenity fees in addition to the room rate, and then the taxes on top of that, right? So just make sure you're transparent and you give them everything. Let's see. Am I done with that? Okay. Yeah. And what is their method of communication? Is it email? Is it phone call? Is it carrier pigeon? Whatever it is, make sure you know what that is from the start, right? Not midway into this whole process. No, you need to know that ahead of time. Then that way you can email them. You're copying them on every email that you're sending out, so they know exactly what's going on. Number 4, mismatch with requirements. Clients become frustrated when the hotels recommended don't match their specific needs, such as room size, location, or specialty amenities. Yeah, I mean, you just want to make sure if they're looking for a Ritz, don't send them a courtyard. There you go. There you go. Solution: take time to thoroughly understand the client's requirements before starting the selection process. Tailor your recommendations to these needs and ensure that the options you present align with their expectations. If changes occur, be proactive in finding alternative solutions. Yeah, if it's not working out, find other alternate solutions. Keep looking. Number 5, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Hidden fees. Clients are often surprised and frustrated by unexpected fees or charges that were not disclosed up front. So yeah, if there's any fees that, like I said, hidden or whatever that the client may not know about, make sure you address them. Even if you think they know, make sure you address them anyway, because they may not know. They may get them mixed up with something else. So just make sure the room rate is this, the service fee, or what do you call it, the resort fee, whatever all these fees they talk about, make sure you address all those things. Make sure you're saying, hey, they have all these fees included or attached to this, so the rate's going to be this. The rate may, on the surface, may say, $120, right? But if you add all these other fees on top of it, now the rate's $200, and we still haven't added the tax yet. So just make sure whatever it is, let them know. Then it's up to them to decide if they want to do it or not. But be upfront and let them know what the fees are. Solution: be upfront about the potential costs. That's what I just said from the beginning. Provide a detailed breakdown of fees and charges associated with each hotel, and ensure that there are no surprises. Discuss any potential additional costs before finalizing the selection to maintain trust and transparency. By addressing these key frustrations with clear communication, personalized service, and transparency, a hotel site selection specialist, which that's what I am, can ensure a smooth and successful experience for their clients. This approach not only meets clients' expectations, but also strengthens long-term relationships. Yeah, you don't want to keep getting new clients over and over again. You want to add to the clients that you have, right? So with these 5 things, I think we can do that. Just, there's always going to be rough spots, whatever things that can come out of that are not ordinary, just come out of the woodwork, come out of the blinds. Like, almost said, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Well, there's always going to be those things. But if you're transparent, if you, present the options they're looking for, if you don't have poor communication, you're always constantly communicating with them, giving them what they want, and you're addressing the hidden fees, everything will be good. And the frustration level will be low. And then you can go, oh my God, that was a good one. So anyway, so that was it. That was a quick one, right? How much time? That was like 20 minutes. It took me like 20 minutes to do that. So these daily check-ins go about 15, 20 minutes. sometimes a little longer. Okay, as you can see, this one went a little longer. If I have comments and reactions and questions, it will go longer than that. But I see none today, but I'm not done yet either. So every Tuesday, remember, On Air with Russell of Hotels comes on. I just did show number 267. The next one will be show number 268. That's Tuesday, 1 o'clock PST. Now, coming up this Tuesday, and I have to mention this, I'm actually going to be I'm going to connect. Going to connect. Going to connect. So I will not be here, but we're gonna see if we can do if maybe we can do it on Monday. I'll keep you guys posted on that. It may be done on Monday or it may be done on Tuesday when I get there. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. But more than likely I would say it's gonna be on Monday. And I just thought about that just now. Just that I mean, like where the heck was my mind, right? But yeah, so no, I'll be in Connect and I travel first thing Tuesday morning. It's like 5:03. I was like, what was I was looking at my itinerary. Like, what the heck was I thinking? I want to leave here at 5:03. But the reason why my flight's so early because I have to be there at a certain time, right? And I think it still puts me there in Milwaukee about I don't say between 1 and 2 in the afternoon, their time. So, and I have a layover somewhere, I have a connecting flight somewhere. So, anyway, we'll figure that out on Tuesday at 5:30 when I get to the airport. Okay. Okay. Well, actually, I gotta be there before 4. That's like 4 o'clock. I gotta be there. I just thought about that. The flight's at 5:30. I can't get there. I can't get there at 5:30 and get on the flight at 5:30. So yeah, so it's gonna be one of those days, but that's okay because that's what it's all about, right? If in order to get to these meetings and conferences and whatever, you got to do what you have to do. You got to be. You just got to do what you got to do. Okay. So anyway, once again, On Air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday. We're going to say every Tuesday, but it may be a day early this week. We'll let you know. But it's that live hospitality talk show. It's on podcast, right? So if you go to Podbean, say you're into listening to me on the go, you don't want to see me, and that's fine. Go to podbean.com, look for On Air with Russell of Hotels. It'll be there. Click on that, listen to it. Or you can go to russellofhotels.com, go to the podcast drop down menu, click on that, see show number 267, click on it, bing, and it'll start. You'll hear my voice. And you can take me on the go that way as well. So that's what it's all about, right? So it's up to you. The choice is all yours. You want to take me on the go, or you just want to watch me and watch me all my antics and everything. So, which is probably a little bit more fun than just taking me on the go. But hey, the choice is yours. It's all about you. Once again, this was the Courtyard Atlanta Airport West in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta. Any questions at all about this hotel, about the things I just talked about On Air with Russell of Hotels, about being a guest, about coming on, about all the things that I do. Oh, I posted something yesterday on LinkedIn. Had to do with kind of the things that I do. I always let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And I actually did a video about that. So check that out. It's on LinkedIn, on my LinkedIn page. I think I put it on TikTok too, but for this purposes of the daily check-in, you can just go right here on LinkedIn and check it out. So anyway, any questions at all, russell@russellofhotels.com is my email. Feel free to email me or go to russellofhotels.com. That's my website. My phone number is there. So if your communication method is calling, you want to talk on the phone, feel free to do that as well. So however you want to get a hold of me, I'm on every social media platform. You can reach me that way, slide into my DMs or whatever the heck it is. So yeah, so just make sure you guys do whatever. So I'm here, I'm accessible, and I'm a resource. So anyway, I just got an email that the contract is done. So I got to take a look at the contract and make sure the client has it. So maybe we can get this thing signed by the end of the day today. So anyway, that's always the goal, right? Especially a Friday, right? You want to get this thing done. It's next month. And we want to make sure the client's taken care of. And that's what it all comes down to, is the client taken care of. That's my end goal every time I wake up in the morning and I start working. What can I do to make sure my client is taken care of by the end of the day? And a lot of times it comes down to a contract. So let me get off this thing. Let me check out the contract and we'll go from there. So that is it. You guys have a great day. Thank you again. Have a good weekend. I got some yard work to do. So I think I'm gonna start my yard work now, so that way I don't have to worry about the weekend. Because I actually have a conference call tomorrow. Actually, the conference call is about my family reunion that we just had, right? I plan the family, or I do the hotel part, the hotel site selection for the Love family reunion, which was just at the Embassy Suites in Las Vegas. That was that was July 19th to the 21st, right? So we did that, and then we always do a recap, right? Just like a post con. Like you do a pre con, you do a post con, right? So we do the same thing. So we do a pre thing and then we do a post. So we're going to do a conference call, a Zoom call tomorrow, and just to see what worked, what didn't work, how do we improve on the next time? Do we have any money left over for next time, or are we completely tapped out? Comments and all those kind of things. Maybe some procedural things. Was the food good? Okay, no, we don't like the food. We won't order that again. I mean, I'm just giving this stuff as an example. The food at the MC Suites was great. Don't get me wrong. Everything was good. But one thing we need to work on is how we get more people to stay at the host hotel, because everybody wants to go on their own and do their own thing. Although there's a group rate, right? And the block was filled, but there was people that did not want to stay at the hotel. They want to do their own thing. I don't understand that. So it's me, having to explain to them why we do a group block. Okay, so I have to explain these things, and these are family members. Sometimes they get it, and sometimes they don't. But it's my job to make sure they do get it. So that's going to be one of the things we talk about tomorrow. And then we want to go to San Diego in 26. This is 2024, right? Yeah, 2026. July 2026 will be the next one, right? So they want to go to San Diego. Now, going to San Diego comes with some other things, right? What are those other things, Russell? A higher price, right? The rates are going to be higher. I already did some preliminary searches just to see what the rate would be. I sent out an RFP earlier already just to see what the rate, although, yeah, it's 2 years away, but they know kind of a ballpark of what the rates will be. So I need to share those rates with, I think I got responses from like, say, 5 hotels. So 5 hotels, that's enough to give me in their different ranges, right? So top to bottom. So I can give my family, the committee, a range of what the rates will be. And if that fits into the overall budget for what we have paid in the past, meaning what has each family paid for their room as their room rate, right? So if they're used to paying $150, then all of a sudden the rates are $230. Well, is that actually the right place for them to be for the next reunion? Because what do we want? We want people to go, right? We don't want to discourage people. So when you're dealing with family reunions or any type of social events, which are non-corporate, meaning they have to pay their own, you got to remember everyone has a different price point or different budget, right? And not to get in anybody's pockets or anything like that, but you have to do things that are for the good of the family, not just for me, for the entire family, because it's different, budgets and things like that. We have to just make sure, or I have to make sure that I'm addressing these things now, because we don't want to get, almost in 24, and then I'm just now telling them that the rates are going to be, $250. Well, I didn't know that. You didn't tell us that. We can't afford that. That kind of thing. So it's important. We're talking about transparency. They're like clients of mine. Okay, so the family reunion, although I'm part of the family, they are still clients of mine, right? So I have to let them know. I have to be transparent with what the rates will be. I have to communicate with them. I have to do all the same things that I talked about when people become frustrated, when clients become frustrated. I have to share those same things with my family, right? Although they are family, although I do attend the conference as well, or the reunion as well, they are clients, and I have to pay the rate just like they got to pay the rate, right? So I want to make sure that everybody can come, everybody is, paying the same rate, and everybody feels welcome, and that's what it's all about, right? Even the family reunion, there's some dynamics of that. So anyway, so hopefully this information was helpful to some people. If not, that's okay. I'll be back on Monday to show you some more useless information. So that is it. You guys have a great day. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you on Monday. All right. So until then, as always,